Hi, I'm Tammy Hill. I'm a marriage and family therapist and a teacher at Brigham Young University. Hi, I'm Tammy Hill. I'm a teacher at Brigham Young University and a marriage and family therapist. I'm excited that I can be here on High Five Live tonight. Michael White asked me if I would participate, and I'm so excited that I get to. I want you to put down in the comments where you're watching from so we can know where you are. I love High Five, the little nuggets of inspiration that they offer to us in the evening. So it's a privilege to be here. Tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about a question I get all the time on campus. Students will come and say, "Hey, Sister Hill, how do I know when I'm really in love? Or how do I know that this is the one I should marry?" So tonight, as concisely as I can, I'm going to give you the advice that I give to them. First of all, I want to establish, bottom line, I don't believe in soulmates. So if you think there's one person out there that's going to meet all of your needs, I hate to burst that little bubble. It's not going to happen. Soulmates aren't found. They're created. When a man and a woman come together, they work together intentionally and become one another's soulmates. We are not sent here in mortality to look through that proverbial haystack for that one perfect little needle. It isn't like that. We look, we make friends, and we select and choose intentionally. So once you've made some choices, these are some things to think about. Do you laugh together? Do the two of you have fun together? Because I promise you, if you're not laughing and having fun while you're dating, you're not going to when you're married. Do you share similar goals and dreams? Have you talked about those dreams with each other? What are they? Are you making decisions equally with equal voice? Do you accept each other as you really are? If anywhere in the back of your mind you think that you might change this person, or once you're married they'll be a little different, then I urge you to step back. The only person you can change is you. Do you learn from each other? I especially think, do you learn the gospel with each other? If your foundation of marriage is going to be on discipleship, I certainly hope that you inspire one another with the way you study and learn the gospel together. Do you express appreciation for each other in the way that you know your special person likes to be shared, have love shared with them? I also think the bottom line, most important question is that you should ask is, does this person inspire me to be a better version of myself? Do you like who you are when you're together? I think this is so important, that you're becoming a better you when you're inspired by the person you love. I'm going to share a quick little story. When I was a freshman at Utah State University, I met a man named Mark Mulford, and we went out for about 2 weeks before the whole school year ended. And I went home to Kaysville, and Mark was in Logan, and that was in the olden days when you made a phone call on Sunday evenings because that's the only time you could afford it. We didn't see each other very often through that summer, but I felt like I was terribly infatuated with him. That summer, I was training to run the St. George Marathon. I would go out on long runs sometimes, and I had this little game that I played. Whenever I heard a car behind me coming, I would imagine that it was Mark, and I would run faster, and I'd try to have a better form. I was so sure that when he drove by, he would see me and be so in love with me because I could run so well. Of course, Mark never drove by, but I can remember one afternoon going home and telling my mom about this little game that I played. She looked at me and said, "Hey, Tammy, you know, when someone inspires you to be a better you, that's kind of an indication that you might be falling in love with them." I looked at her and said, "No, we've only known each other for 2 weeks. I can't be in love yet." But when I went back to Logan and went back to school the next year, Mark and I had a lot of opportunities to get to know one another and to be inspired by one another. Indeed, he did inspire me to become a better me. So we were married. We were married for about 18 years before he passed away suddenly of a heart attack, and that changed my life forever. I'm happily married now to a wonderful man named Jeff Hill. So ask yourself, does this person inspire you to be a better you? You may not know for sure right now if you should marry this person. That could be a big question that you're wondering about. I want you to know that there is someone who does know if you should marry this person. Make a decision and seek for a confirmation. Notice the order of that. Make a decision and then seek for a confirmation for that decision. In every way that you can, purify your life. Humble yourself in prayer. Fasting. I believe fasting is faith on steroids. But fasting, prayer, purification, kneel down and really keep knocking at heaven's door until you have a clear answer. I know you will in time receive the answer you're looking for. I really appreciate the words of Elder Richard G. Scott in April 2007. He said, "When you are living righteously and are acting with trust, God will not let you proceed too far without a warning impression if you've made the wrong choice." A lot of my students find comfort in that. God won't let you make a wrong choice as you seek Him and purify your heart. Love is selfless. It seeks what's best for each other. And I believe love is at the heart of the plan of salvation. My dear young friends, I urge you to be kind to one another, especially as you make friends and date, as you interact with each other either online or face-to-face. It's so important that you choose to live the covenants that you've made, that you treat each other the way that you know the Savior would. I hope that this has been helpful for you as you assess in your life, am I really in love? Is this the one for me? Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope what I've shared has been helpful.